Hi, my name's Helen. This is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. So yes, you will see that I am wearing the same outfit that I was wearing the other day when I did the Laura Geller makeup. That's because it is the same day and I'm just trying to squeeze in another video while Rob's out walking Dolly. So as ever, thank you for all your support and lovely comments. I really appreciate it very, very much. And as I've said before, but not for a little while, if there's anything that you'd like me to look at, like the Laura Geller makeup was one that was suggested to me. And indeed, this top, which is such a lovely cheerful colour, is Dunnes Stores, which I was also asked to do. So I do listen, as you know, I do respond and read every single comment that I get, and I really appreciate the time that you take to make those comments. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, somebody, I can't remember what their story was now. I read so many comments, you know, hundreds and hundreds of comments, and I did say in that response that I think she'd had something happen. Was it at a beauty parlour? That sounds so old-fashioned, doesn't it? But she had her funny experience, and I said, oh, I'll tell you about mine one day, and it's just popped into my head now. So we're going back many years when I hadn't had kind of facials. I think the most I'd ever had was a manicure. And for my birthday, I went to Brighton with 5 friends, I think, and we went down and stayed at is it the Grand Hotel on the front there at Brighton? It was a very special weekend away. We didn't have a lot of money at all then. Not that we've got a lot of money now, to be honest, but we had got more than we did then. So it was a big deal. And we were going to the spa and having some treatments and then going out for dinner and, you know, the usual girls' weekend. We had a brilliant time. I mean, I think it was my 30th, so we're going back a long time. Too long. Anyway, quite nervous, you know. It's always nervy, isn't it, when it's the first time that you do anything. And so we got down into this spa, all 5 of us. I think it was 5 of us, yeah, 5. And they said, oh, just go into the locker rooms there and take off. You can take off everything bar your pants, or if you'd like to leave your bra on, leave your bra on. So I was like, oh, I'm leaving my bra on. We had to put a dressing gown on and go back out and wait. And so the first beauty therapist came out, lovely girl, and she said, Leslie? And Leslie went off. And then another girl came out and said, Carol? And Carol went off. And then another girl came out and said, Marion? And Marion went off. And I'm trying to think who the other person was. I can't remember, isn't that bad? But it was 37 years ago. Anyway, I was left and I was thinking, it's my birthday, you know, why have I been left? And then a man came out and said, Helen? I was like, oh God, because I was having a full body massage. Oh, I was mortified. You know, I was very inexperienced and naive at that age, to be honest. I look back now and it stuns me how innocent I was, really. Anyway, you know, no problem with a man doing the massage, but I was very self-conscious of my body. I mean, really, when I think about it now, you know, I wish I had the skin I had when I was 30, but there you go. And we went into the room, and there's the massage table. And I was having a massage and a manicure. So obviously the massage was first. So he said, I'll go outside while you lay face down on the table and just pull that towel up over your back when you lay down, and I'll come back in. So that in itself is not that easy, you know, lying down on a table and pulling a towel up behind you is not that easy. But anyway, I did it, and he knocked, and he came back in, and he pulled the towel back, and he obviously saw at that point that I still had my bra on. So he said, oh, I'll just slip this off. And he undid my back of my bra and kind of slipped it off my shoulders, because obviously he had to massage me. And I was lying there thinking, oh, good Lord, you know, I felt so exposed. And, you know, when they put the towel and they move it down and then they kind of pull down the top of your pants to, you know, and this was all legit. He wasn't doing anything dodgy, because all I kept thinking about is he's going to do my front. At some point, he's going to do my front. Anyway, oh my goodness. It was probably the best massage I've ever had. He was so good. He was massaging my back, and, you know, just the right degree. It all sounds a bit pervy now. Right degree of pressure. And I was lying there just thinking, oh, good Lord, this is so lovely. But at the same time, what's he going to do when he gets to my front? And he went down my legs and did my arms and my shoulders. And then he said, right, well, if you just like to flip over onto your back. And so he pulled the towel up like this, and then he lifted the towel sort of, so it was full length. So he lifted the towel in front of his face and then said, turn over. So I turned over. And then, so by then I've got no bra on at all. You know, this is all legit. I mean, it wasn't a dodgy place or anything. And then he laid the towel back on me, so he wasn't seeing anything, and then pulled it up to do my legs. And I kept thinking, what's he going to do when he gets to my front, you know? So anyway, he sort of just pulled the towel and he kind of massaged around here, and that was fine. And then he sort of kept the towel over my boobs and he was so good. And then he said, right, now if you'd like to turn back over, I can't remember exactly the order of things, but anyway, and he held the towel up again, and I turned over, and I must have had the bra, he must have done my front first, thinking about it, because I know that at this point the bra was kind of underneath my boobs. And before he turned me over, he said, I'll just fasten your bra. And he couldn't kind of get enough leverage on the bra. So I remember him getting the two sides of the bra and kind of going, like, trying to get enough to, I just wanted to die, honestly. I just wanted to die. Anyway, it was a fabulous massage that I didn't enjoy as much as I should have, because I was so self-conscious. And then I went out to get the manicure, and the girl doing my manicure, and she said, did you enjoy the massage? I said, oh, good Lord. I said, it was amazing. His hands was as though he had 4 hands, because he never lifted his hands away. Sorry, I've got to get tissue. So I said, oh, he was amazing. I said, he never lifted his hands away from me. Oh, he's so good with his hands. I said, well, I'm quite jealous of his girlfriend. And she said, I'm his fiance. I wanted the ground to open up and swallow me, honestly. I mean, I was just a kid, really. I know I was 30, it's not really a kid. But, oh, good Lord above, I really, honestly, it was, I was just mortified. It was so funny. And she was like, oh, he's amazing. Anyway, I've had many other embarrassing situations around massages that I'll tell you about one day, but I don't want to bore you witless. So now I am going to try on, change of subject, Marks and Spencer's. So I've got 4 dresses, I think, from Marks, which look fabulous. So one of them in particular, I had a 20% discount, so I thought I'd go for it. So I'll pop and try those on for you now. So this first dress is a lovely colour, I think. It's I guess you'd call it kind of conker. Would you call that conker colour? Conker colour? And I very much like the sleeves. They've got this seam detail here with the pleat, which gives you this nice kind of structured puff sleeve, if that makes sense. I got this in a 16 regular and it was $39.50, but I had the discount, so it came in at $31.60. And I'll just check what it's made from. I think it's viscose. Yeah, it's viscose, but it's a very nice viscose. It's kind of got a texture to it. It doesn't feel thin. It doesn't feel cheap and nasty. It's got the zip here, which I didn't actually use. I was able to pull it on. It's got a very nice bias cut skirt, and this is a regular and it's so long. I'm 5'6". I've got it in a 16 and I think it's fine. Now, I would wear a slip under this if I wasn't wearing tights. It is a bit, you know, it's showing my shape. That's what it's doing. So the kind of the good and the bad of this. So I'll show you full length. I've got it on with a pair of new range Calla Trainers, which are the ones that just zip up the front. And I know Calla shoes are not inexpensive. I know that, but honestly, they have spoilt me for all my other shoes. I do wear other shoes, but these are so comfortable. If you've got any feet problems whatsoever, wide feet, long toes, bunions, arthritis, they've got so much room in the toe that they are so comfortable. And the fact that these are zip up, I mean, you know, you haven't got all that business with laces. I think my camera's a little bit skew with, so I'm just going to try and adjust that. Yeah, so I'll show you. As I say, this is the regular and it's long. It's full length on me. So it is a lovely shape, I think, but I am very aware of my tummy area, but a slip would solve that. Or if it was winter time and I was wearing tights, that would solve that. It would just kind of, you know, because you've got the dents where various things are going on. But I do think it's a very elegant dress, and I do think it would look lovely with pearls. And in fact, you could really dress this up. And now I'm saying it's reminding me of a dress that I wore for one of my sister's weddings, which was brown with white spots. And somebody at the time said I looked like, what's her name? Julia Roberts, is it? That was in Pretty Woman. But when she was posh, not when she was the cool girl, I hope. So anyway, I think that is a really lovely dress. As I say, it is very long. And normally with these bias cuts, because they kind of cling to you, they do tend to kind of be shorter once they're on. But it is a very lovely dress, very smart. I like it very much. So that's number one. Let me just see what they've like. Yeah, they've got it. Petite is nearly sold out, and tall, there's a restricted number. But in the regular length, which this is, they've got all the sizes from 6 to 24. So I think this is a very versatile dress. So yeah, good one. I don't know if I'm going to keep it because we know that I've got so many dresses, but we'll see. If I love something, I have to really love it now to keep it. But I do. If I had a reason for this dress, I would buy it. But I'm not sure I have a reason. Maybe when I've sold all my vintage stuff, I can justify it more. But at the moment, I haven't even photographed those. So anyway. Now this one, do you remember I tried this dress in the ecru with the navy stripe? And lots of you said it was an 18. And a lot of you said you need to go to the 16. And then when I looked back and they had it in the green, I thought, oh, I'll try it in the green. And I actually do prefer it in the green. And this is a 16 regular. And this with the discount came in at $23.60. It should have been $29.50. It's a cotton blend. And I actually really like it. I think it is a perfect kind of in-between season dress. I think it's a perfect holiday dress, a travelling dress. It's because it's just stretch. It's just stretchy. It just pulls on. and it's got a nice shape to it. And yeah, I like it. I've kept the trainers on. So I think it's rather nice. It's a bit clingy around here, but again, a slip would sort that out. But it's not horrific. It's just so comfortable, and it's a good between seasons dress, really. You know, it looks quite kind of Eastery with this green. It's very much a kind of a plant coloured green, leaf green, not plant, leaf green. And I'm just seeing, yeah, they have matched the pattern up well on the sleeves and on the sides. And yeah, I'm very tempted by this one just because it's an everyday easy dress. Now let me just see what it's like for the stock. Regular's pretty good. It's sold out in the big sizes, but it's got everything from 6 to 18 in the regular length, and this is 16 regular. I'd say it's true to size, really. It's not small, it's not big. It's just right. I sound like I'm in Goldilocks. I mean, as I say, it is a bit belly-tastic, but you know, we've discussed that before. It's not going anywhere in a hurry. And I have just got ordinary knickers on, you know, nothing holding anything in. But cotton slip, you know, in the summer, cotton slip is just fine. It doesn't kind of add to being hot or anything. And if I was wearing this with tights, it would be perfect. But yeah, I'll decide when I see the video. But for that money, you've got kind of a whole dress, which, as I say, I think this would be great for travelling, you know, to wear on the plane or whatever. And sometimes when you're travelling from cold to warm, this is exactly the kind of thing you need, because when you get the other end, if you're wearing, you know, trousers and jumper and everything, you can just be too hot. Anyway, that's by the by. Who's travelling? Well, I am. But anyway, soon. But yeah, I'm very tempted, and I do like the colour. It's not a typical green, is it? Number 2. So this is another 16 regular. This is a viscose elastane mix, and it is I think that's black and kind of cream stripe. This is a much thinner fabric than the last one. I think can you see that there? It's quite a light fabric. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about the boob situation. I feel like I don't know, it looks better on the screen, I think, than it did in the mirror. I don't know how that can be. And it's waisted and more of a flared shape. It's much, much lighter weight than the last one. But it's kind of nothing to like or dislike, really. It's just an easy dress. But can you see what I mean about this? I feel a bit like it's going, and I don't really need anything to do that. But it is very, very lightweight. So it would be good in a hot climate, but then you've got the long sleeves. But then if you want that coverage, perfect. So you can see it's a much more flared skirt with the seam here. So it's going down from there rather than the last one was much more kind of skater style, I think they call it. And it is a bit creased, but it has been hanging up for about 4 days. So I won't keep this one. It's nothing special, and I'm not liking this stitch here. Although, like I say, it doesn't look as bad on there. I like the neck. That's what I do like. So, but like I said, I've really got to be more discerning. And somebody said, why do you try it on if you don't need it? Well, I'm kind of trying it on because I like trying clothes on. I like to see what's out there. I like to see what suits me. And I like for you to see what it looks like on a size 16, 5'6", 67. Yeah, old lady. It's all the 6s, isn't it? Soon be 68. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So that's why I do it. And I hope that you appreciate that. So not appreciate as in like, oh, good for you, but as in, oh, that's great. I wouldn't have thought of looking at that, because sometimes on the models, when they're all like this, you know, they do all of this business. Trying to find one where they're just standing is, I don't know, I think that should be the first photograph personally, but there you are. What do I know? You know, it's why you have to try things on. I really thought that this dress was going to be the star of the show, and I don't think it does anything for me at all. It's 100% polyester, which has got its good size and its bad size, you know, it doesn't crease and all the rest of it. But it's £55. You can see the pattern is like black with a kind of cream spot, and then the edges look almost green. But I don't know if it's just kind of where the black dye and the spot are kind of made a shadow, which I think is intentional. I'm not saying it's run or anything. And then it's got button through here, and then these ties over the top as well. And then this is all shirred and unlined. And then it's just Rob coming in with Dolly. The top is unlined. There's something kind of irritating me there. I don't know what it is, just the edge of the fabric, I think. The whole top bodice is shirred, elasticated, so it is just a pull-on dress. But then I think it makes me look a lot wider at the bottom. It is a sheer fabric, but obviously the bottom is lined. I've kept the trainers on with it. You see, when I looked in the mirror, I just thought, well, that doesn't do anything for you at all. But, you know, if you're big around the middle, then this is a good dress for disguising that, I think, because it does just hold away from you, if you know what I mean. It's not clingy at all. So I won't be keeping this, especially at £55, whether or not I had discount. I'm not impressed with it, and I really thought this was going to be the best dress of the ones I've tried on. So at the moment it's my least favourite, but if it works for you, happy days. So I think I've got one more, and then a dress you've seen before. This dress I was fascinated by when I saw it on online on the Marks & Spencer website, because it looked like it was a kind of a see-through dress, and then I thought, it's not lined, it can't be a see-through dress. It's made from cotton and polyester, and this one only comes in kind of extra small, medium and large, and this is the large, and it was £45. And it's not at all see-through, because actually it's, you know, knitted, completely knitted, and so it's a knitted dress, but it does kind of look like it's see-through, doesn't it? I mean, not because you can see me through it, but you know, you'd imagine that it was kind of see-through with lining, but it's not. However, I think it is very kind of catchy, because that catch, can you see that catch on there? That's happened, I don't even know. I mean, it's just been hanging up. It's got a very scooped neckline. I do like it, but I think it will be very catchy. I put it on with boots. The girl in the picture has got it on with sandals, and I think it is kind of cross-seasonal. It's a nice shape. I think it looks good. Quite lightweight. It's got these long sleeves again, but you know, a lot of things seem to have these long sleeves. So it's not kind of a heavy dress to wear. I don't know. The jury's out. I do think it's nice looking, but I'm not sure. I really like the neck. It's not too low for me. You know, I wouldn't wear this going up the shops, but I'd wear it to go for lunch or dinner or whatever. £45. and they've got it in all the sizes currently. I will put the links in the description box. They will be my Klarna links again, and by using those I do get a very small percentage of the sale. Hasn't changed my opinion, of course, of anything that I've shown you, and it also lets Marks and Spencer know who's watching and buying as a result of my videos, which is, you know, good. As I say, you couldn't wear this on a hot day. It certainly feels heavier than that, but a normal British day would be absolutely fine. And I do think it looks quite, what's the word, special. I think it looks like you know what you're about. So the next dress I'm going to show you is one that I bought before and I bought again. So let's see, I've got some boots to try on with it, and I haven't tried this combination on before, and that's the last one. Do you remember this dress? This is the one that I bought, and I said if I get a discount voucher I will buy it again, and I did. So I did. So I got 20% off this, and I really like this dress, so I bought it. The kind of trigger for buying it was, apart from the fact that I really like it, it's like a seersucker fabric. I can't remember, I did give you all the details last time. This is a 16 regular, and it's modal and polyester, sorry about that. And I've got it on with a pair of ankle boots from Calla, and I have never owned a pair of what I would call spring summer ankle boots, and I'm loving these. They are cream coloured, and of course they're so comfortable, and I thought I'd put them on with this dress because I think it kind of gives it that kind of edgy vibe. I hope. If I'm wrong, I'll know when I see the video. I can't remember how much this dress was. Let's see. 45. So I think I got 20% off. So. And these boots are so comfortable, and they've got the kind of, they're cream with the kind of taupe, would you call it, elasticated sides, and then they zip up at the back, and I love them. I think they could look great with jeans, and I like them with this dress because I just think it gives it another look. But you could equally wear this dress with sandals, trainers, whatever took your fancy really. But yeah, now I've got that sweatshirt that I showed you the other day, and this dress. I've got to go to a country festival of some description. It's as simple as that. There's one over on the Isle of Wight that I'm looking at doing, so I need to look into that and book the tickets. I looked at going to Andrea Bocelli is on at the Royal Albert Hall, and I thought, oh, you know, Rob would love that, and I like him too, so I thought we'd get some tickets for that. And the tickets that were kind of, you know, not right up in the gods, I can't handle that at the O2, it's too high up for me, were £172 each. By the time you've bought 2 tickets, accommodation, travel, we could have a weekend in Madrid for the same money. And I know it's not the same thing, but it's an awful lot of money, isn't it? But I guess people are paying it, or they wouldn't charge that. So anyway, that's me. That's this Marks and Spencer haul, and I'll see you really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.